Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I am going to be going over my May Paycheck number 2 budget. This is for May 27th through June the 9th. So let me jot that down here up at the top so I don't forget. 5/27 through 6/9. So the forms that I'm using, I created these myself using Canva. And if you're interested in the forms that I have them in a Google Drive. They're free. There's a link down below in the description box if you want to check it out or download them. Okay, well, I did not write down my categories, so I'm just going to go over everything with you from beginning to end. So first box up here on the left is my income source. I am a salaried employee. I have a full-time job, and with that full-time job, I get paid every other Friday, and I'm paid $1,500, so my budgeted amount will be $1,500. Then for another income stream, I am going to be using some sinking funds. So we're going to jot that down. And we're going to be using $210 of my sinking funds. So that's total income of $1,710. Moving on to my fixed expenses, my first expense is my rent. Now, my rent is $620 per month, but I'm going to set aside half, so that's $310. Now, I did already pay my rent. Today's actually Sunday, May 29th, so I did pay my rent on Friday. As soon as I got paid, I get that out of my account, so my rent was covered by the first check in May. I set aside $310, and then the second check, I set aside the second half and then paid it in full. Then I have renter's insurance. Now I have this through Geico, and it is $50 per month. Then we have the electricity. And I'm setting aside half of the electric bill. I budgeted $150, so I'm going to set aside $75. Then we have Netflix. Netflix will be due, should be due on the 8th or the 9th, not sure which. But I'm going to set aside $17 for that. I think it's like $16 and some change. Then we have the Chewy order. So I have, well, my daughter and I have 3 cats and 1 dog, and I noticed this morning that we were really running low on canned food. So I put in a Chewy order this morning, and that was $98. Next we have car tags. And my tags are up for renewal. I got the statement, and for 1 year it's going to be $55. And I thought about renewing for more than just 1 year, but my daughter will graduate in August of next year, and I'm not really sure where she'll go, and you know, I'm thinking that we'll stay here, but if we don't, I don't want to renew tags for 2 whole years. Okay, next is Apple. So we have Apple TV, unlimited downloads on music and all that good stuff, and that runs us $22 a month. Then we have Hulu, and Hulu is $20 per month. We have the ad-free version. And then we have Amazon. And Amazon is going to be right around $15. So what I've decided to do is to pay Amazon monthly instead of doing the sinking fund, and I'll explain that a little bit more later on. So my total, do I have a calculator? Okay, so if I have done the math correctly, I calculated my fixed expenses total at $662, but let's add it up again. So $310 for rent, $50 for renter's insurance, $75 for the electric, $17 for Netflix, $98 for Chewy, $55 for car tags, $22 for Apple, $20 for Hulu, $15 for Amazon, is $662. Moving up to the right here, I've got my cash expenses. The first expense that we have is food and household supplies. I budget $100 per week, so this check we're going to budget $200. Then we have my spending envelope. And spending is going to get $20. Then I've got gas for my car, and gas is going to get $20, so $10 a week. Then we have the lawn, and I pay somebody to come and mow and weed eat. They'll come one time during these next 2 weeks, and I'll pay $75 for that. And last is Carol Ann, who is my daughter, and I'm going to give her $80 a week, so that's $160. So I am going to add this up. I should have, I think it's $475, but let's double check. So $200 for food and household, $20 for spending, $20 for gas, $75 for the lawn, $160 for my daughter, is $475. Okay. Then moving on to my sinking funds. The first sinking fund that I have is Christmas. And Christmas is going to get $25 per week, so that's going to be $50 this check. Then we have fur babies. This is for vet visits, $25 per week, so that's $50 this check. Then we have car maintenance. And car maintenance is going to get $30 per week, so that's $60. And then car insurance is going to get $20 per week, so $40. Okay, so I had some other sinking funds. I had gifts. I am not going to contribute to gifts. So that frees up $10 a week. The clothes and beauty envelope I wasn't using anyway, so I'm not going to contribute to that. The Amazon envelope, I was contributing $20 per month. I'm not going to be contributing to that anymore. I went ahead and switched to monthly. The P.O. box I'm actually going to cancel. I looked online to see what the renewal was in August. It's $220, and I just can't justify that kind of expense. I like having the P.O. box, especially at Christmas time, because I love getting Christmas cards from you guys, but it's just too expensive to keep it open. And even the smallest box is $120 a year. Maybe I'll change my mind at a future date, but for right now, I'm just going to do without the P.O. box. Then we have medical, and I am not going to contribute anything to medical. And I'm doing away with the vacation envelope. So these are the only categories that I have. Now, medical, I am going to keep this one on the list. I just don't have anything that needs to be contributed for this check. So my total sinking funds is $200. So why did I do away with my sinking funds? Well, I have decided what my next financial goal is going to be, and I need to free up some money in order to achieve my financial goals. So if you're new here, I started this channel with I started out with $75,000, almost $80,000 in debt. But by the time I started this channel, I think I'd already paid it down to, I think it was like $59,000 or $56,000. It took me a while to get out of debt. I got that done. I saved for an emergency fund. So I have $10,000 in the bank. I am now contributing to a Roth IRA. I am maxing that out at $6,000 a year. I have signed up for my company's 401k at the 3% match, and that will increase every year at 3% going forward. And now that all of those things are in place and I've reached all those goals, I was sitting on the couch because I hadn't recorded a video all week. And I was sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, like, what the heck are you doing? I'll be really honest, the last 2 weeks I went kind of crazy and I didn't even stuff any envelopes. I literally just swiped my card and I sat down and I thought, what the heck? You know, I've been disciplined for so long and now I just feel like, I was like, what are my financial goals? What am I doing? And then I thought, well, I mean, the next thing I want is I want a house, whether that means to buy a house that is already built or to build a house, just a small house. I don't need a whole lot, you know, just 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. I'm not picky. I just want a little place of my own. But in order to have those things and in order for me to have a house, I need to start saving my money for a new house. My car got a new engine, but eventually my car is going to need to be replaced as well. So I'm switching gears. I love sinking funds. I think they're amazing and I love stuffing them every week. But I realized that I did away with the vacation envelope because I don't want to go on vacation. I don't. I mean, I go back to Virginia and I visit, but I'll cash flow that kind of a vacation. Usually I get gift certificates for Christmas for flights. So, you know, I just decided that I had too many sinking funds, and I really wanted to scale it back so that I could free up some money to reach this next financial goal. So my savings, so that's the reason why a lot of the sinking funds are gone. And I'm going to continue to work on my budget, so I'm sure you're going to see some changes here over the next, month or so, as I try to figure out how best to change the budget so that I can free up some money for my savings. So savings down here, I've got my Roth IRA, and I have direct deposit. $230 goes right into my IRA, and that has already been transferred. I checked it when I got paid on Friday, so that's done. And so now the question is, like, what's left over? What do we have? So I'm going to take my income, $1,500 plus $210, which is $1,710. I'm going to subtract $662. I'm going to subtract my cash envelopes, $475, and I'm going to subtract $200 from sinking funds and subtract $230 from my IRA, leaves me $143. And I'm actually going to use that $143 for the 100 envelope challenge. And the reason why I want to do it that way is because as soon as I'm done with the challenge, I think it's like $5,060, and I'll take that money and put it in the bank, and then we'll just start all over again. And I'm thinking that I'll probably need to save somewhere around like maybe $20,000. So maybe it'll take me maybe 2 years. We'll see. So now we've got 230 plus 143 is 373. Let me just add this up one more time. 1710 minus 662 minus 475 minus 200 minus 373 is 0. Okay, so that's everything for this budget. But, you know, there's definitely more that is going to change, like my Etsy income and my YouTube income. All of that is going to go towards my savings goal of saving for a house. I just realized, like, why am I taking out money for spending? Like, I already have spending money. You know, the taxes, absolutely, I need to set aside money for taxes. But I don't need extra spending money, and I just need to like buckle down again. I spent way too much money this last 2 weeks. I'm just starting all over because, no joke, I just spent a lot of money, and not on anything super exciting. I was just swiping my card, and I just need to get back on track. I need to get excited again. And the why is going to get me excited. And so I am going to start saving for a house and for a new car. And my goal is to be able to buy or build a new home for myself by the time I'm 50. And then at that point, I want to finance for 15 years, which will mean that my house will be paid for by the time I retire at 65. And hopefully by then I'll have, you know, enough in savings, and I will have, you know, my Roth IRA doing well and my retirement, and I will be able to retire with some dignity. So this is the plan. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to following me as I work towards my new financial goal, which is a new home and a new to me car. All right, guys, that's everything. Again, this is Paycheck number 2 budget from May 27th through June the 9th. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.